Hello everybody, this is Abraham, the Mr. Conspiracy Theory here. Today I received a notification from Apple stating that their software has biggest security flaw that they've ever seen. Here is a guy talking about it.
Expert says this Apple security flaw is as bad as you can imagine, affecting nearly everyone who has an iPhone, an iPad, an iPod Touch, or even a Mac laptop.
I like how they say that the expert said. They never mentioned the name of the expert, and it's always like that. Whenever something is being told in the media, they always refer to some unknown experts. There is no person behind, what's being stated. Let's listen some more.
Desktop computer. On Friday, Apple revealing a major vulnerability on the current version of its iOS software.
And Apple is revealing a major vulnerability. Apple never reveals any kind of major vulnerability. Sounds to me like you have to read between the lines. What is Apple trying to do here? Let's go.
It's called a man-in-the-middle attack. The flaw allows hackers to easily intercept, alter, and read emails, secure login information, and other personal information that is meant to be encrypted between you and the person or website you're interacting with.
When the information was meant to be encrypted, it usually goes over HTTPS protocol, S standing for secured. HTTPS protocol is controlled by TCP/IP, not Apple. Apple is incorporating TCP/IP. Does this mean Apple is doing something with TCP/IP that's not supposed to be done? Just curious as to why would Apple be revealing this major security flaw unless there is a second meaning in all this.
Hackers can most easily get access through open wireless networks.
If you're at an open network, that means if you're sitting in a coffee shop, you're doing your banking, you're using Facebook or Gmail, and someone is sitting there, a hacker is sitting there, can make a website look as if it's Facebook. You log on, they're able to see every keystroke you're doing. So that
in order for a hacker to do that, the idiot sitting at the coffee shop should be logging on to the hacker's website. I'm sure there are things that I don't know about, but without any references, this seems to be like a scare tactic. We are going to scare you to death with this major revelation that honestly has been here from the day one. All you have to do is go to the hosts file, modify anything in the host file to redirect, so you can put a local address in the host file and call it eBay, and whenever you put eBay, it will take you to a local address. This has been around for ages. This is nothing new, and that's what I think they're talking about, and that's the only thing that I really think can be done. But again, I'm not an expert, so to speak, on all the interworkings of the TCP/IP. But here's more.
they're able to see passwords, they're able to see your contacts, other information you're sending without even knowing it.
Apple releasing a security fix on Friday, urging users to download the update if you have an iPhone 4 and later generations, a 5th generation iPod Touch, and iPad 2 and later models. But there still is no security fix available for Mac computers.
The fact of the matter is that these exploits now, it doesn't matter what device you're using. People have access to an open network. They know how to spoof certain things. You're able to jump on and they're able to get that information. It doesn't matter if you're on an HP laptop or an Apple laptop. It doesn't.
Okay. What he said here is critical. If you're on HP laptop, that means Hewlett Packard. Okay, that's a different company. Or Apple laptop. Why is Apple releasing this major security flaw? If you're on HP laptop, why would you even care about Apple's security flaw? unless you have part of Apple on HP. Well, makes no sense. But this does. Let me put George Carlin on and listen a little bit to. Alright. Major thing is we don't know how to take care of ourselves. Well, getting back to the Apple flaw, it seems to me that Apple's products, let me put it this way, this is how they work, okay? This is true representation of Apple product. It's called a tethered device, alright? Anything you do on your iPhone is being checked and rechecked and traced by Apple, and a clear indication of that, the cloud, Apple Cloud, where you can locate all of your devices and spy on your kids, where their phones are, and spy on your spouses and see where they are. It's a neat system, but one of the things that makes me uneasy, yeah, it's okay for me to spy on my kids, but is it okay for Apple to spy on me and everyone who has the Apple? By the way, it's not only Apple. Google is doing it, Samsung is doing it, everybody's doing it. The new wave is the tethered device, and I think my personal opinion is that Apple has found a flaw in the tethering of the device that would expose Apple's interworkings, and they're releasing the fix for the flaw so that all of that is covered deep, and they're pretending it as a man-in-the-middle attack. Sorry, I don't buy it. I hope to hear some responses as to whether I'm just a nutcase on considering that this to be a conspiracy theory. It just seems to me like the Apple is not the type of company that would suddenly release all of this information and start scaring people. That it just I'm saying it and I don't believe it. Apple is not the company that would say, "Hey people, we're stupid. We made this error." And this guy's saying, "Well, it doesn't matter if you're on HP or Apple, you're still gonna get this attack." Well, it makes no sense to me. Thank you. I want to see your comments.